Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. Now take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Toxic Surge by Gerhard 1963, and here are the rules. Irregular regions. Every row, column, and a region indicated by thicker borders within the grid must contain a complete set of the digits 1 through 9. So this region would have to include the digits 1 through 9. This region would have to include the digits 1 through 9, etc., etc. Pretty cool regions, actually. It's like a pyramid little shape here, and then this is like looks like a crawly, creepy, insect-like shape here with the middle square. And that's irregular region rule. Cages. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the value shown in the upper left corner of the cage. So for example, these 4 digits must be, again, cannot repeat. So you can't have repeats here, and they must add up to 21. These 4 digits cannot repeat and must add up to 18, etc., etc. So as an example here, you could have something along the lines of 3, 6, 4, 5, and 4, 4 here, because those 4 digits add up to 18, and they are not repeats. Excuse me. Then finally, we have German whispers, which usually shown as green line. Adjacent digits along a German whisper line must differ by at least 5. So for example, if this were a 7, this would have to be a 1 or 2, because we know that on German whisper lines, you have to have a difference of at least 5 between neighboring digits along the line. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Excuse me. So, simple thing here is we know we have 3 digits adding up to 7. They must be specifically 1, 2, and 4. Because those are that's the only 3-digit set. The only set of 3 digits, unique digits, shall I say, that add up to 7. For the 22, we're going to attack that because we know that only has 2 possibilities. It's either 5, 8, 9 or it's 6, 7, 9. Either way, both of these are high on this German whisper line, right? Because it cannot be 5, well, or it's 6, 7, or 9, right? So if it's 5, 8, 9, this is 5 and this is 8, 9. If it's 6, 7, 9, obviously these are all 6, 7, or 9, right? But the problem is, so on a German whisper line, you'll always alternate between lows and highs, right? So these two must be next to a low, because anytime you have 6 through 9, what's the maximum value that a digit next to it could have? It could be 9 minus 5, which is 4 or below. So 4 is the maximum value you can have on a neighbor. So it has to be 1 through 4 next to a 6 through 9. Similarly, if you have a 1 through 4, what's the lowest value you could have next to that 1 through 4? Well, if you take the lowest digit, which is 1, and you add 5 to it, that becomes 6 or more. So therefore, a digit next to a 1 through 4 has to be 6 or higher. So you'll always alternate between highs and lows on a German whisper line. Therefore, these are all low, and these are all high. Well, you have 4 high numbers now in column 1, which eliminates any other high number, right? Because there's only 4 digits in the 4 high numbers, 6 through 9, and they have to appear in all 4 of those high boxes. So therefore, you know you cannot have a 6, 7, 8, or 9 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 6, 7, or 9. It has to be a 5, which forces these to be 8 and 9. Therefore, on the outside, it has to be 6 and 7. And let's see, what else do we have? This has to be 1, 2, or 3 because it's between two unique digits. This has to be 1, 2, 3 because it's between unique digits. And this has to be 1, 2, or 3 because it's between two unique digits on a German whisper line. The 1 cannot be the middle one because the 1 has to be next to a 6, right? The 2 cannot be the middle one either because the 2 has to be next to a 7 because the 1 has to be next to a 6, which means it cannot be next to the 7, which would be on the other side. So the 1 and the 2 have to be on the outside, which means 3 has to be on the German whisper line. Here, right? Because the 3 can't be between a 1, 6, or a 7. 3 can't be here between a 6 or a 7. And we know they have to be 1, 2, and 3 because they're low, and they're next to two unique digits on a German whisper line. 4 can only be next to one unique digit on a German whisper line. So these are low. Actually, all 3 of these are low. And all 3 of these have to be high. 4 cannot be either of these two because they're next to two unique digits on a German whisper line. So this has to be 1 or 2, and this is 1 or 2, which forces this to be 4. This is next to two unique digits on the German whisper line, so it's a 7, 8, or 9, but this could be 6 through 9 because it's only next to one unique digit on the German whisper line. Now, for any 3 digits that add up to 11, can you ever have 2 highs there? Well, no, because 6 and 7 would add up to, at minimum, 13. And that's obviously bigger than this cage can be. So these both have to be low then, right? Because it alternates between high and low. This would be low, which would force this to be high, which forces that to be low. Therefore, these are all high. And these have to be low. Well, now you know that these all have to be 1 through 3. The outsides is 1 through 4, but this cannot be 1, 2, or 4 because we have a 1, 2, 4 triplet in row 2, which means this can't be 1, 2, or 4. So that forces this to be 3, which means this can't be 3 and this can't be 3. So this has to be 1, 2 with 8. And it cannot be 4 because 4 cannot be between two unique digits on a German whisper line. Therefore, this has to be the 4. The 4 has to be next to a 9. The 3 has to be next to an 8 or a 9. It can't be 9 here, so this must be an 8. And this is next to the 1 and the 2, so it can't be 6, so this has to be a 7. Okay, so the 8 is here. The 7 is here. There are no more lows here. 8 cannot be any of these digits, so 8 must be one of these two here. Where is the 7 in this irregular region? It can't be here because of this 7. It can't be here because of the 6, 7 pair, so it must be one of these two cells. We're not sure which. Nine cannot be here, here, or here, so 9 has to be one of these two. 8 is here. 4 and 3 cannot be here. 7 can't be here. We're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6 left. These can be 3 and 4. This can't be 5. This can't be 3, actually. So this is 5, 5, 5, 5, and 6 can be anywhere in that region. Similarly, so we know 3 has to be one of these two cells. We're looking at 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. So obviously 7s have to be here. We have 1, 2, 4, 6 also as possibilities. This can't be 6 because of the 6, 7 pair in. So this has to be low. This has to be low, and this has to be low. And this has to be low. Can you ever have 3 lows in a 19 cell? Well, we can't have 4 anymore, but we couldn't have it anyways because 3 and 4 would only add up to 7, and then the last digit would have to be a 12. So both of these have to be high, which means all of these are low. So again, this is next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. Well, but this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we have a 1, 2, 3 triplet actually in column 2, which eliminates 1 and 2 and 3 from the rest of the column. So this cannot be 1, 2. This can't be 1, 2. One of these is 7, the other one's 4, 6. We have all 4 low numbers in row 9, which means the rest of the row have to be 5 through 9. So this can't be 7 because of this 7. This is 5 through 9. This is 5 through 9. This can't be 7, 8, or 9, so it's 5 or 6. And this has to be 5 through 9, but it can't be 8. So this is also 5, 6, 7, 9. The rest of this has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it can't be 8. This is 5 or 6 also. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because we already have 1 through 4 on row 2. Therefore, we have a 5, 6 here and a 5, 6 here, which means the 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in column 8, which eliminates 5 and 6 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this cannot be 5 or 6. This cannot be 5 or 6. Now we have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in column 8 also. So the rest of the column cannot contain 3 or 4. And the rest of the region can't contain a 3 or 4 either. So this can't be 4. This has to be 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2. So this is a low. And this is a low. This is 1 through 4. Well, where is the 1, 2, and 4 in row 1? It cannot be any of these cells because that sees the 1, 2, 4 triplet in that region. And it can't be here because this has to be 5 or above. Therefore, this must be a 1, 2, or 4 also. But it can't be 1, 2, or 3. So this is a low. It can't be 1, 2, or 3 because of the 1, 2 pair and the 3 that's already in the column. Therefore, this must be a 4, which makes this a 1 or 2. This can't be 1, 2, or 4 because we have a 1, 2, 4 triplet in column 1, which eliminates 1, 2, and 4 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this is a 3, which makes this 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4 in this irregular region. Therefore, we cannot have a 1, 2, or 4 in the rest of the region. So this can't be 1, 2, or 4. So it could specifically be 3. This can't be 4. So this becomes a 6, 7 pair in column 2, which eliminates 6 and 7 from the rest of the column. This can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 6 or 7. This then has to be 5, 8, or 9. Again, this could be 3, 7, and 9. So this could be 3 with 7 or 9. 4 cannot be in between 2 unique digits on German whisper line, so this can't be 4. This could also be, what else? 5, 6, 8. But 6 can't be between 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. It can't be 4 here. It can't be 1, 2, or 4 to add up to 19. So it could be 3, which needs 16, which would be 7 and 9 specifically. Or it could be 5, which specifically has to add up with 6, 8 to add up to 19, because it needs 2 digits adding up to 14, and 5, 9 is no longer available. But then 6, 8 would have to be here and here, and that's not allowed because 6 would be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line when it can only be next to 1 unique digit on a German whisper line, which is the 1. Therefore, we know this is 3. This has to be 7, 9, 7, 9. This can't be 7 anymore. That forces this to be 6. 6 has to be next to a 1 on a German whisper line, so this must be 1. Therefore, that makes that 2. This 6 also makes this a 7. So this can't be 7, and this can't be 7. Let's see. The 2 is also in this same region, so this can't be 2. So this is 1, which makes that a 2. This 1 and 2 means this can't be 1 or 2, so this must be 4, which means this can't be 4. It also can't be 6 because of the 6-7 pair in that region. This can't be 4 or 1, so this must be then 2. And therefore, this can't be a 2 because we already have a 2 in the region, so this must be a 1, which means this can't be 1. We have a 7-9-7-9 pair in this region, so we cannot have a 7-9 or 9 in the rest of the region. So this can't be 7 or 9. This can't be 7 or 9. Where is the 7 in row 9? The only possible place now has to be here. So this is 7, which means this cannot be 7. Three cannot be here. Let's see. What else do we have? We know. Okay. This can't be 9. The remaining digits in row 8 have to be 1, 2, 5, and 8. But this can't be 1 because of these ones. This could be 1, 2, 5, or 8. So one of these two has to be a 1 because where else can it be in row 8? So therefore, in this region, the 1 has to be here. Where's 9 in row 9? Can't be here, can't be any of these, so therefore it must be here. So this is a 9, which means this can't be 9. 2 and 4 have to be here, and it's either with 6 or 9. This can't be 4, though. So 2 has to be one of these 3, and 4 has to be one of these 2 here. Let's see. The remaining digit here has to be 5, 6, or 8. Because it has to, oh, it cannot be 8. If it's 8, that eliminates 8 from both of these cells, and where can the 8 be in row 9? Can't be anywhere, so this can't be 8. So one of these 2 is an 8 in row 9. This can't be 2 because of this 2, so this must be a 1. So therefore this can't be 1 anymore. We know there's a 4 here, and there's a 7 here. So this is either 4... We have a 4 and a 7. We don't know what the last digit is. So we have a 4 and a 7 here, because it can't be anywhere else in that region. So that adds up to 11. The 2 remaining digits must add up to 18 minus 11, which is 7. So it could be 1, 6, except that one of them has to be in this region, and one can't be. 1 and 6 are both in this region, so that can't work. 2 and 5, which could work. 2 could be here, 5 could be here, or 5 could be here, and 2 could be here. And 3 or 4 does not work, so this specifically has to be 2 and 5 then. Well, this can't be 2. Where in this region is going to be an 8? It has to be one of these 2 cells. Therefore, we have an 8 here, we have an 8 here. And there cannot be an 8 in the rest of the rows that they have. And in addition, we know one of the 8's in row column 2 or 3. The other 8 has to be in column 2 or 3, which means in column 2 and 3, you can't have an 8 either in the rest of the columns, besides these 2 pairs of 8's. So this can't be 8. What else do we have? 8's one of these. This is 2, 4, 5, 7. What about here? Oh, we have a 5, 6, 9 triplet, actually, in this region. So the 5, 6, and 9 cannot be in the rest of the region, which means this must be specifically 1, 4, and 7. Obviously, these can't be 4. We have a 1-7 pair in this region, which eliminates 1 and 7 from the rest of the cells in the region. So this must be a 4. This 4 means this can't be 4, so this is 3, this is 4, which means this can't be a 4. Cannot be a 4. We have 1, 4, and 7, which adds up to 12. 21 minus 12 is 9, so this must be a 9, which means none of these 3 digits can be a 9. Now we have a 2, 4, 6 triplet in the middle region, which means 2, 4, and 6 cannot be in any other cell in the middle region, so this can't be 5. This can't be 2, so this is 5, which means these can't be 5. This has to be a 4, 7 pair, and this must be a 2. This can't be 2 anymore, so this is a 5, 8, 5, 8 pair in row 8, which eliminates all the other 5s and 8s in the rest of the row, so this must be a 2. This is a 9, which means 9 can't be here. Where is the 9 in row 5? It has to be here. So this is a 9, which means none of these can be a 9 in this region. We now have a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in column 9, which eliminates 5 and 6 from the rest of the column. So that must be a 9, which means this can't be 9. We also have a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in row 2, which eliminates 5 and 6 from the rest of the cells in the row. So this can't be 5, which makes that an 8. This can't be 5, 6, or 8, so this must be 9. This 8 means this is a 5, which makes that an 8. This is 5 and 6 and 5 and 6. That's fine. The rest of these cells are 3, 5, and 6 in this region. Well, we have a 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6 triplet in row 3, which eliminates 3, 5, and 6 from the rest of the row, so this must be a 9. And in addition, 3 has to be one of these two cells because this can't be a 3, so this can't be 3 here. It couldn't be a 3 because of that 3. And this 9 means this has to be 8, which makes this a 9. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is 1, which makes that 2. This 2 also means this can't be 2, so this is 4, which makes that not a 4, so that's 7, 4. The 4 has to be next to a 9 on a German whisper line, so this is 9, and this has to be 7 then. This can't be 4 or 2, so this must be 1, which makes that a 2. Okay, this can no longer be 2, so this must be 6, which means this can't be 6, this can't be 6, this can't be 4 because of that 4, so this must be 2, which makes that a 4. This 2 means this has to be 1, which makes that a 2. 9 can no longer be any of these cells, so we have a 6, 7, 8 triplet in row 1, which eliminates 6, 7, and 8 from the rest of the row. So this must be 3 or 5, and this must be 3 or 5. Well, this can't be 5 because of that 5, so this must be 3, which makes that a 5. This can't be 6 anymore, so this has to be 5. And this can't be 5, and this can't be 5. So now we have a 6, 8 pair in row 9, which eliminates 6 and 8 from the rest of the row. So this can't be 6, this has to be 5, which makes that a 6, which makes that 5. The 1 is the only digit that can be next to a 6 on a German whisper line, so therefore this must be 6, and this can't be 6. This is 7 or 8. This is 7 or 8. This can't be 1 because of this 1, so this must be 7, which makes that a 1. This can't be 7, so this must be 8, which makes that a 7. This can't be a 3 anymore. Well, where's the 3 in this region? It can only be here now, so this is a 3. This can't be 6 because of that 6, so this is a 5, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 6. The remaining digits here in this column have to be 3 and 8. This can't be 8, so this is 3, which makes that 8. The remaining digit here is a 6, so this can't be 6. This is 7, which makes that 6. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 6, this is 8. And the remaining digits are now from Sudoku. This has to be a 7, this has to be a 1. This has to be an 8, and this has to be a 3. And it is cool and good. I like the logic, actually, a lot of the cages interacting with the German whispers, which then limit things per row, right? It was very, very fluid. It flowed very well from one step to the next, I felt. Anyways, I hope you had a fluid time of it, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.